Appreciate you guys tuning in. The Tastemakers Podcast begins in 5 minutes. Make sure not to go nowhere, because Quote, Brina, Trisha, and Corey, also known as the Tastemakers, will be with you in 5 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us. Oh snap, you still here. Listen, in less than 3 minutes, the Tastemakers Pod will be on and popping. Don't miss Bree, Quote, Trish, and Corey talking about the hottest topics in culture. Again, less than 3 minutes. Make sure to stick with us.
Tastemakers.
Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight.
I told y'all, patience is a virtue. This is what perseverance will get you. In just 60 seconds, you will be live with the Tastemakers Pod. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
For the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day. For the movers and shakers, for the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day.
The Beat Breaker. Tastemakers.
Yo.
Yo. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? Y'all know how we do. It's the Tastemakers Pod, giving you just a little bit of taste of the culture. That be your girl, Trisha Bell. That is your girl, Brina, right here. They call me, quote, we are the Tastemakers. And I guess somebody's running a little late. Is that the case?
Apparently, because Corey is not here.
Not at all. I swear. But anyway, shouts out to man Charles in the chat. Good seeing you, man. He said not going to be able to make it tonight, so he's just dropping by to show some love. Shouts out to Jay Kirk as well. Everybody else, of course, I see you, so definitely make sure to say hey. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Kiera, what's popping up? Saying hey, family. Of course, Steve Levite, what's going on? Jay Kirk said light skin is late. Indeed. Light skin is late. What is going on? Indeed. So we'll definitely keep a lookout for Goss as he's running late. I know what he's doing. I know where he is. I just don't know how he got caught up on time. So that bees what it is. Y'all know how we do every single week. Shouts out to Joe Locks as well. Lady J doing it big. So
what up, boo?
Sean in the chat as well. What's popping? Y'all know how we do. Every week we start off. We kind of got to catch up, kind of see what's going on with the fam. How have you guys this week been?
Great. Busy. Like, so busy. But last weekend, what was that?
Are you saying you've been busy?
Yeah, basically. But Saturday, me and Kiara went out for her birthday, and we turned up.
Shouts out, happy birthday, Kiara.
It was amazing. We had so much fun. Like, that's the first time we've hung out in almost 12 years? Crazy.
Yeah, 12 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Regis in the chat. What's up, Reg?
What up, Regis?
Hold on, y'all both is in the A and y'all ain't hung out in 12 years?
Yeah, first of all, we both got sure.
I mean, I understand. I get it.
You know what I mean? And then I didn't have a vehicle for a minute. So yeah, it's been crazy. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. We did hang out, but we hung out with a bunch of other people, but I meant one-on-one. That was the first time we hung out one-on-one in 12 years.
Gotcha.
That's right. we did hang out at Joanne's cousin's house. My memory shot. It was Joe, me, Joe. R. Swift, my husband, all of us, and all our kids. It was fun.
That's what it is. Y'all pray for Trisha's memory up in the spot. Bree, how the week been?
Busy, very busy. Closing out Q2 audit cycle. So everything's gonna be kind of ridiculous the next few weeks. But other than that, just working.
That sounds like a lot.
So
it is. That's why I'm tired now.
I understand.
I feel like I need to step my game up. I'm just not as busy as you guys.
No.
Well, no, I mean, it's just the same old. You know what I mean? I always say, family, work, church, that kind of situation. That's pretty much what it is over here. Of course, we have been busy planning domination. We did have some things switch up. So even as we stated last week, we did add some new artists and different things of that nature. So it's been hectic, just kind of get it all together. And to be honest with you guys, this is Tastemakers Pod. We talk to y'all, we let you know what's popping off. To be honest with y'all, we've officially overspent. Well, something happened and we kind of had to make up for it. So now we've kind of overspent. So it's a lot going on. It's the life of a show promoter. It is what it is. But definitely June 24th, if you are in RVA, Richmond, Virginia, or surrounding areas, North Carolina, DC, Hampton Roads, Maryland, the DMV, you name it. We've had people come from as far as Oklahoma. Shouts out to the Cruise Hip Hop, from Atlanta, from a little bit of everywhere. But of course, we got Canton Jones, we got Doe, we got AI the Anomaly, we got 1K Few, we got Portia Love, we got your man Loso, we got your man Saga. You know what I mean? So
That
it's
would be
gonna
a
be
dope
a
show.
dope show, Domination
Definitely.
2022 as well. So make sure to get those tickets. You can get them at dominationrva.com, or you can just go to Eventbrite, search Domination 2022 in Richmond, or you can check out the Domination page on Facebook. But you can do all the things, and we will definitely appreciate that for you. We'll see how tonight's gonna go, guys. If you can see, I am empty-handed. I have nothing in my hand. I am sipping on nothing. And that means that the bang is not on deck. I normally try to have only 3 or 4 bangs a week, and I never ever have more than 1 bang a day. And I was in training today, so I took a bang earlier today, which means I ain't got a bang right now. And we're gonna see how this work out.
Okay.
We're gonna see how this work out. So that's what it is. Talking about what we got popping off on the Tastemakers, Goss just hit me up. He said he was probably about 15 minutes out.
15 minutes.
Like he ain't know he had a show. 15 minutes. Like he ain't know.
My goodness.
We do a show 10 o'clock every night, every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah.
Well,
Kira, I don't know that's it. I still had a bang, Kira. It still happened. It just didn't happen now. So right, which all you getting right now is gas right now. This is just the cameras on. It's like yo, but this is the extrovert. It's all you getting right now. No bang. They saw me in the pre-production, so they know what's popping.
You all chill. You all chill.
no extra, just
no extra and nothing. Just me, myself, and I. But listen, y'all know how we do. We got the topics for y'all tonight. We're gonna talk about CHH Against the World. All right. I'm gonna dive into that topic a little bit. We're gonna talk about Juneteenth, what it is, what it's become, all that jazz. We're gonna talk about FaceTiming without a permission, and is that a real issue? We're gonna talk about how inflation is affecting us, because inflation is affecting us. And we're going to talk about CHH booking Elevation Conference, which my man Mike Mack, I call him Mac. He is the booking extraordinaire in CHH. So y'all will get a chance to peep a little bit behind the scenes as we talk and dive into stuff like that as well. So again, of course, you don't want to miss it. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Of course, make sure to like and subscribe. We are the Tastemakers Pod. Y'all know what we do. Listen, it's time for Meme of the Week. Whose meme are we getting at first, Brina?
I believe it is going to be yours.
Okay. Well, listen, all I know
I stared
is
at this
I took
one
a
for a while.
4-day vacation, and it was everything I went to. It was everything. I end up going to somebody in the chat. Let us know where we went to. It's the Meme of the Week. Where we go? Where we go, chat? Same bat time, same bat channel, exactly. Stephen the Levite. Kira Jackson says, I hate this meme. Yo, what's the answer, Kira?
And I see Candace.
Right.
Okay, so where'd you go? Where'd I go?
When I got it, I wanted to throw my phone.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It took y'all that long? Like, really, chat? Are we having this many issues with this? Like, for real?
And Candace?
I had to stare
no
at
matter
it,
how
sound
you feel
it
about
out.
Candace.
No matter how you feel about Candace, this is kind of funny.
Candace Owens?
I did the same thing.
I got
Trish.
you. Got 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
I don't know.
8. Chat, help us out. 7.
Like
6.
Candace.
5. 4. 3. Kiara, you know the answer. 2. 1.
I don't know.
You just got it?
No.
You just got it?
I know.
Oh, Lord. All right, yo. I went to Cancun. So
I cannot.
Listen.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying. I took a trip.
I can't.
I went to Cancun.
Candace? I'm so confused.
I was confused too. I was
Listen.
sounding it out. I was like, this don't make no sense.
I cannot.
I don't have a clue. Nobody in the chat could get it either, y'all.
Joanne
that's what
said,
it is.
I
It
know
is.
either.
that is my meme of the week. Who's next?
Mine. David Allen Greer looks like if Santa Claus was from Atlanta.
Do he have goats in his mouth? Is that gold?
It looks like it.
Lord.
Is that a grill for real? What is it? It goes with it.
It looks
If
like a
Santa
goat
was
grill.
from Atlanta.
Grill. Wow. Wait,
Yeah,
what
when you
award
said
show is
answer.
this?
I don't know.
But he do look like, I mean, it's so crazy seeing him with this gray beard and bald head.
See, now we need
Atlanta
him in
Santa?
a Christmas movie or something.
Atlanta Santa. David Allen Greer. Hated it. All right, Bree. I mean, who's next?
Trish.
This joint funny. The shake like.
Lord.
Do.
Listen, all the Monties,
I hate it.
and you done got us demonetized. Al Green is not playing that.
Oh, snap.
Al Green is not playing that by any means. So that is our meme of the week. No doubt, no doubt. Y'all know how we do. We get the icebreakers, we get broken in, different things like that. Now let's go ahead and get into these here topics. For starters, CHH Against the World. All right, so earlier in the week, a dude in which I do not know in CHH was actually tweeted out by DJ Jeremiah. He actually retweeted it. Brina, you got that? But yeah, okay, I was about to say, because I don't. He put basically if it was Big Swiss. I don't know Big Swiss. Y'all know Big Swiss? I don't know. Anyway, he said if I had to play one of your songs to convince someone CHH is just as good, if not better than secular music, what song from your library will I choose? So basically, I'm taking that point, and let's just go to artists. If you had to put any artist in CHH up against artists in mainstream music, who is it going to be? And I'm going to start with Brina.
I knew that was about to happen.
That's easy for me. It's easy for me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't take mine, Brina.
I don't know.
I got two in my head just in case one of y'all take.
Yeah, I think my go-to recently has been Wande.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Wande, for non-Christian artists to go up against mainstream cats.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, y'all. They killing me in the chat because I said Al Green.
I was gonna say I missed that you said that.
My bad. That is so
all the
Ron Isley.
Yeah.
That is so Isley Brothers. Y'all absolutely right. This is quote without the bang. I don't even it's quote without the bang.
Listen,
it is what it is. This is the side effects.
Cannot.
Huh?
I said I can't even be mad.
That's true. That's me. That's on me. That's so Isley Brothers, and I so was on Al Green. So yeah, that's on me. That's me without the bang. So you said Wande. So if I was doing one, I'm trying to find out just off of that, would I go Wande or Portia Love if I was introducing somebody
I would say
who
Portia
did not
Love.
know?
I would say Portia Love.
Yeah,
Actually, I
feel
think
like
I
would go
sent somebody
Portia
that
over
song
Wande.
she did with Portia Love. I sent that particular song to somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
So to me, would y'all, I think that's Portia's song featuring Wande. I know
Is
it's
it?
both of them, but would you say it was Wande's featuring Portia or Portia's featuring Wande? Even though I think they put it as a Portia Wande track.
I think it's just a collab. I think it's both.
Okay.
Yeah, when they performed it like it was both of their songs. And even if you see.
So who got more? Hold on. Do they both have a verse on that? Or is it Portia Wande Portia? Or is it just Portia Wande?
No, they both got verses on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I know. So it's just 2 verses on that song. It's not 3.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how many. Don't start me lying. I don't know. But I know they both.
I'm trying to think. Like,
I know.
I'm just trying to remember. I don't.
Portia does the hook.
Yeah, Portia does the hook. Portia has the first verse.
So,
Wande has the second. I'm trying to remember if there's a third verse.
I don't know. What up, JR?
I can't remember.
It is what it is. Shouts out to JR Psalms in the chat. What's popping? What you do? So Bree said Wande. Trish, who you got?
Can I choose 3?
No, you can't choose 3.
No, okay, hold on. Let me just like preface what I mean when I say let me choose 3, because I'm thinking about different categories in secular music. Because like if I wanted to I don't know, go up against a Cardi or
so listen, you can name 3 after you name 1, because one of your 3s is going to take probably one of mine, and then we'll circle back around to your other 2. How about that?
Okay, so current hip hop, I would say 1K Few.
1K Few.
Yeah, because
that's a good choice.
He's got like the Migos sound, but he also has his own unique sound, and he just like he talk about hood stuff and like, you know, it's very relatable to the streets.
Okay.
So I would say 1K Few. But if we're going up, like say we talking about like Benny the Butcher or like anybody from Griselda, of course I'm gonna say my husband.
Hold on. Well, I'm trying to make sure you don't take any of mine.
My bad. Go ahead.
So they saying 1K, they agree with you in the chat. Somebody said Jay Monty. JR Sums also said Scooty Wop. Man, y'all got me rethinking now. If it's just challenge head to head, actually I'm gonna go. I think maybe my brain went a little bit more lyricism. I don't know. But actually, I had one of the persons I had in mind was more so from an art standpoint. The other person was more so from maybe a lyricism standpoint. I'm gonna lean a little bit towards the lyricism more so as somebody who a lot of times, if you're a lyricist, in my opinion, a lot of times lyricists have a problem making songs, making hits. Sure. Yeah, you know, whatever the case may be. I feel like for the most part, I mean, not that he's ever not that it's 10 for 10, but Bizzle, I think, is a lyricist who can also make a nice little commercial track to an extent as well. So I'm gonna go Bizzle on that. So that's gonna be Bizzle on mine. All right, circle back. Who else you add into the fire, Trish?
I was definitely gonna say, like I said, my husband. It would be between my husband and Swift, because I think they both kind of fall into that Griselda category. Just if we talk about lyricism, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty much. I was going with Portia Love too. Portia. I think that was
Portia Love. Yeah, I can definitely see Portia as well. I would say from an artsy standpoint, artsy hip hop, I think I might go with Andy Mineo. I wouldn't go KB, because to me, KB is the epitome of Christian hip hop. JR Psalms. So I'm not sure I would go KB. But yeah. I think somebody had just said somebody else when you were saying Swift and and your husband, or somebody else I was thinking about. But yeah. Andy would be for my artsy hip hop cats. Jay Monty wasn't one I was thinking of right off, even though Jay Monty is a beast, and yeah, he definitely can go. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. Those are my choices right there. So we got Wande, Bizzle, and who'd you say again, Trish?
1K.
1K. And I think 1K was a great choice. 1K is definitely a great choice. So that is what it is. Real quick on the CHH artists there. And what do we have on to the next topic? Juneteenth is this coming Sunday. Reed just said tunnel rats. That was, I would have definitely took some tunnel rats up against a bunch of cats back in the day as well. Regis, so I feel you on that as well. Juneteenth is this coming Sunday. What y'all think about Juneteenth now? 2022, Juneteenth is a national holiday. Everybody celebrates Juneteenth now. And
as they should.
What y'all got planned for Juneteenth? As they should is what Trish said. But yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I'm on. No, I'm not feeling the Father's Day. We always get hit. You know what I mean? Like Kat's talking to me. Matter of fact, I think Trisha did it in the chat. Trisha said, "Y'all, what she say? This Sunday Juneteenth." I was like, "This Sunday Father's Day, yo." But nobody cares. I get it. Nobody cares.
I care. I absolutely care because my husband is the father. I'm going to celebrate him.
Okay.
But at the same time, it also is Juneteenth. So we got to celebrate our freedom, our actual freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's, I don't like the way the majority culture is like capital or trying to capitalize. Yeah, it's like what?
Yeah.
Y'all be doing anything for money. Like, cut it out. It's disrespectful. It's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Be doing anything for money. It is low key disrespectful. I think Lecrae said it. I think he did a whole joint about it, and he was just like, at least if you're gonna buy all this Juneteenth paraphernalia, try to buy it from a black-owned business. I was like, that's a good look, yeah. Because I mean, they got everything now. They got the Juneteenth plates, Juneteenth cups,
it's ridiculous.
Ice cream,
everything popping off.
Speaking of black-owned businesses, Partake is what I'm eating. Please, they're not sponsoring.
Partake
but partake in some good old gluten-free, dairy-free, clean eating, clean cookies, chocolate chip cookies. These are really good and they're healthy. Anyway, had to segue that in.
Good, healthy cookies. Okay. Kiera said they blocked some white boy from trademarking Juneteenth. Thank God. Indeed. Thank God.
Praise God. That would have been crazy.
But now, and that's what I'm saying. The audacity of somebody with a capitalistic nature and to just be like, yo, look, all this is popping off. Let me go take my self and trademark Juneteenth. Just
it really is the audacity. Because you as a whole white man thought that you was going to trademark something that has nothing to do with you. Get your entire life out of here on today.
Capitalism.
Wowzers. Yeah, capitalizing. So what you do, Bree? What you think indeed? Just Juneteenth in general right now? You got plans or what's popping?
Well, Father's Day is this weekend, so I know I'm gonna be spending time with my dad. But I don't know. I don't know what we're doing for Juneteenth. I forgot it was this weekend. So I know I'm not buying that ice cream from Walmart. I do know that much.
Nope.
But I don't know what else.
Juneteenth ice cream. What flavor was it?
I think it's like red velvet.
The red velvet. First of all,
they red velvet cheesecake. They did.
Copied a black woman who owns an ice cream brand. Copied her flavor.
They sure did.
So
Joe
annoying.
Locks is asking what I'm asking. How are they healthy, Trish? How is these cookies healthy?
I'm gonna tell you. First of all, you're only supposed to eat 3 cookies, okay? Not, it still has sugar in them, okay? However, the sodium levels is only 75 milligrams, 19 grams of carbs for 3 cookies. It has no nuts, no eggs, no wheat, no dairy, no soy, sesame free, and
they're good.
They're really. I wouldn't be eating them if they weren't. Trust me. I don't.
Maybe he was just hungry.
Nope, I'm a foodie.
Okay.
This is good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Take my word for it.
Partake, y'all. Partake in the partake cookies for sure. Regis and Kiera both said that the ice cream got pulled. The Walmart ice cream got pulled.
Praise the Lord. See, God be.
Indeed.
God be God.
Well, I mean, that means Walmart, they got that backlash and it was like, let's go ahead and take that right off.
They pull those plates too?
Regis said, who in the fire is eating 3 chickens?
I'm going to need you to have some self-control, Regis.
Okay, so Trisha, you don't only ate 3 of them cookies?
Yeah,
with the whole box in your hand.
Hold on. I had 3 exactly, so I'm done. And I'm not saying I only eat 3 every time, because when I'm in a mood, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna eat however many I want. But I'm just saying.
There you go.
Today I'm only eating 3.
Shame the devil.
Thank you, Joe. You trust my palate. My palate is on point. Ask anybody I know. For real.
Listen. So that's what it is. Our Juneteenth thoughts. I guess I got to give my Juneteenth thoughts. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm kind of, one of the things I do every Juneteenth is I take off of work. With it being on a Sunday, that's kind of frustrating me. Though I guess I theoretically could take off Monday, but it just don't feel like the same statement. I normally taking off. I think they are probably observing it on Monday, but it just don't feel like the same statement as when I get to take off a work day, theoretically, on a Juneteenth. Second off, I'm really upset about this whole Father's Day Juneteenth thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is planned, even though I know it wasn't.
What?
So I'm kind of upset about it.
Get your life.
I'm upset. I really am.
About what though?
Because why we can't have nothing?
That's not true.
Why we can't have nothing?
Not really? The all white Juneteenth soul food contest in Arkansas. What?
Wait a minute.
I don't even sound right.
Shouts out to Kitty in the chat. Yo.
No seasoning.
Really? Soul food contest in Arkansas? They got canceled?
Shut up, Trisha. Shut up.
Yeah, when they be putting out these Juneteenth flyers with Juneteenth events and the speakers, and they be like 3 white speakers and 1 black speaker.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't see no.
I saw that too. Oh man, what be going on? The caucasity. Listen. Of course, appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat. Y'all know how we do. It's Tastemakers Pod. Make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, it's your girl Trish. It's Brina. It's your man Quote. Goss. Yeah, you're gonna be a whole 20 minutes late to the show. I don't even know what's going on there. He sent me a text back saying he was securing the bag. I told him he needed to ask for more money from this particular sponsor. So it is what it is. But let's talk about this next topic here. Listen, FaceTiming without permission. Is this a thing?
What do you mean? When you will have to break that down, like FaceTiming.
So hit that pic real quick, Bree. So basically, this went out. Shouts out to the Shade Room. Just because I have an iPhone doesn't give you permission to automatically call me on FaceTime, especially since you are calling me from my AD. I don't get y'all. Help me with my slang. What is AD?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Anybody? Calling me from my AD. My Android?
I don't know.
Always love it when we get to okay. So yes. So let's talk about this. Like, do you just be FaceTiming cats, or do you You send them a text heads up on the FaceTime. Regis said I'm grown and I'm going to FaceTime you if I need to. Goss, welcome. How we doing? How we doing, Goss?
I'm out here, boy.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we go.
Got that check?
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. She got
All
that check?
Got the bag.
Okay. So listen, did he? Were we able to get more than the
Putting routing numbers out there?
Okay.
were we able to get more than what we requested?
Quote,
were we able to get more than what we requested?
Y'all, Quote wanted me to be this lowly servant and wanted me to play myself and wanted me to be like, Master, we know that you gave us this much.
No.
But we want, can we please have 1,000 more? That's what Quote wanted me to do.
Listen, for one, we need 1,000 more. Let's start with that. Number one. Number two,
I ain't begging nobody for money.
Number two,
you just
if somebody is flaunting their funds, theoretically, let's say, and they just gave, and they had promised to give you whatever, and now they want to show you how they have more. They want to show you that. I'm the type be like, yo, your house is nice, yo. Yo, go ahead and throw us another couple grand up in that joint.
Trish, if someone has promised you an amount of money, right?
Yeah.
But they promise you the amount of money because they know that they got it and they want to let you know that they got it, right? Mm-hmm. And they're already viewing you as I'm better than you because I have more money than you. So
how do you even know that? Nobody said that.
Wow.
That's an assumption.
Fam, you know how you feel when you around people that think they're better than you.
What? Hold on. I'm gonna say that's an assumption because I don't. How you know? How you know that people who have more money than you actively are saying I'm better than you? Like what?
No, I'm saying no. I know this person. Like personally, I know this person.
Okay,
like, this ain't some random person.
Mm-hmm.
What I know, and every single time that we have these conversations or get around each other, they always want to throw their money. They always want to throw their money in my face. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Therefore, listen, I'm not gonna.
I'm letting anybody know out there. You can throw your money in Quote's face.
Not my face,
please.
Bro.
Throw your money in my face.
Same.
Throw me in face.
Y'all got no dignity.
I'll be like, dang, thank you.
Y'all got no dignity,
thank you for this.
I have
thank you for it. No matter dignity, it's
not money for me. It's not like it's money that I'm keeping. We talking about money to a lot to other things that I'm not even gonna have no, like, it's not even gonna be in my pocket. It's not staying there. It's going out.
Come on, it ain't like we do domination for money. We ain't making no bank like talking about off of domination.
I don't need your help that much.
Well,
show's gonna happen.
So I ain't rich. I ain't got a lot of money. I got 4 kids, husband, rent. What gas, growth, like all the things. So
you gotta change your mindset.
Help me help others. Help me help
Shouts
others.
out to Inez. I think Inez is working tonight. She said popping in for 0.2 seconds. What's popping, Inez?
She said, hey y'all, bye y'all.
She said, hi y'all, bye y'all. We appreciate you stopping through, Inez. Always. But no, yeah. So back to this FaceTime conversation.
Right.
Heck yeah, I'm FaceTiming cats out the blue. 100%. I do it all the time. I be FaceTiming all these girls.
You do it all the time.
What's up? Where you at? But they never pick up though.
You do that.
That's
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah. So
you
FaceTiming
me, and I was like, Now it depends on who it is, because I'm like, depending on the time you're calling me, who it is, I'm like, look, I'm just not gonna pick up. Or you know what you're gonna see if I pick up? The ceiling. I'm like,
and that's fine. And that's fine.
I'm so serious.
Yo.
I'm definitely cool with that.
Yeah. Kira said, do not FaceTime me without texting first. Brina, what you think?
I hear you.
Do you need permission to FaceTime cats?
Yeah. Absolutely. Lord have mercy. No, I always call first or text first. Because I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me. I at least need like an advance notice by like a couple seconds or something.
Right. It depends on who it is for me. Yeah. I feel you on that, though. I feel you on that.
So as I saw this topic, there's only one person that ever really did this to me. And it would be that individual right there.
Oh, I'll do it.
And, yeah, he don't really do it that much anymore, thank God. But there was a time, I would say within maybe a year or so ago, when you were doing it a whole lot. And I was like, why are you FaceTiming me?
That's what
for
FaceTime
what purpose
for.
Are you FaceTiming me for? People could be doing anything FaceTiming. Like, cats could be in the bathroom. You know what I mean? A whole lot could be going on.
That's the best time to pick up when you're in the bathroom.
Facts.
It's the best time.
Listen.
100.
If the house is busy, I got hollering children. Like, sometimes the bathroom is the quietest place to be.
On the
for sure.
I'm just saying. And again, depending on who it is, I'm not just going to answer the phone while I'm in the bathroom to anybody. Like, if it's my best friend, it's Destiny, London, Tosh. Like, okay, we do it. We all answer phone. Anyway, I'm putting everybody's business out there, but I'm just saying we don't really care. It's like my sisters. Like, what we doing?
Lord. Nah. I don't. If I'm FaceTiming you, there is a reason. Like it normally because there is a visual that needs to be shown. That's why I would be.
I just need to see your face.
No more though. Like, I don't like it.
I'm FaceTiming you because I want
to see. I almost got the AirPods in. I don't ever have a phone on my neck. I mean, on my face. I always got the AirPods.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Understood. Yeah.
Kira said that's like showing up in my house unannounced. J.R. Psalm said, granted, I don't video call people out of nowhere in general. I think it does depend on the person. I noticed J.R. Psalm said he doesn't video call people. He's giving away the clues that he is an Android user there.
Regis.
Kira said, I live my life half dressed. Do not FaceTime without texting me first. Regis said, nigga, I'm visual. Listen. You never know. You never know what you can get when you're out here FaceTiming cats before you give them any kinds of heads up on what's popping on at all. So that is what it is. I advise you guys to text before you FaceTime. It's a good look. It's a good look. Saves everybody a little bit of peace of mind or embarrassment. Okay? Stephen Lee Light said Android haters. Is your husband don't got no Android, do he?
Yes, he does.
She said it with so much like some disgust.
Because I am.
Regret.
Wow.
How can two walk together unless they be agreed? What is going on here?
Okay,
so kind of unequally yoked.
Initially, I was an Android user heavy. Okay, since day one.
Okay.
But then as I started with business and stuff like that, and I have two MacBooks, so it's very much easier for me to have an iPhone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just makes sense.
It just works.
Right. And then I tell him, I'm like, babe, all of our stuff is on the MacBook. I can access that from my phone. Like, why don't you just get? And then his phone be doing weird stuff, and I'm like, can you just get an iPhone?
Make life easier.
It is a point of
Daryl, get an iPhone, Daryl. Come on.
Even the kids be like,
we just talking about
the kids be like, Daddy, you need the iPhone.
Oh wow. We just talking about how you can now send a link to people with Androids now so they can FaceTime too, but you got to send them that link.
But it's whack. Yeah. It's whack though.
I ain't done it. I ain't even tried it. It's whack.
I haven't either.
Yeah, it's whack.
Google Duo
I ain't even tried it yet.
It's helpful. We use Google Duo. It helps. My phone do not do weird stuff like yours. No way.
So Yeah. Yo, let's talk about this inflation going on in this country right now.
Listen,
things is expensive since
It
COVID.
is.
Not that we
Yep.
really out of COVID, but
Yeah.
since things have been expensive. And let me start with Brina. How are you? How is this feeling to you? How is this affecting your life?
I mean,
I'm
I
sorry.
just
Let's
noticed
start
like,
with Trish.
yeah, because
Never mind. Go ahead, Bree. Go ahead, Bree. You
no,
good?
Trish can go. She can go.
I went to swing it to Trish, and she had a water bottle. I was like, "That's my bad. I messed up. That was me.
It's all
Me
good.
without the bang."
It's all good. So I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't affected us a lot. But like Daryl was just saying, eggs at Aldi used to be 88 cents. Now they're $2.22, which that's a huge jump.
Yep.
And we've
Jump.
seen, of course, the gas
Over
prices.
100% jump, isn't it? No? Yeah.
It,
Anyway,
it,
go ahead.
yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
huge. The reason why I say it didn't affect us as much because we didn't have a vehicle, so we were just ordering from Instacart like all the time.
Got you.
Yeah, but now
how do I get around?
Lyft, borrowing cars, like stuff like that. Now
That's wild.
we have a Trish got the bag. No, I do not have the bag. I mean, a small one, but no. I'm trying to get bigger bags. Hello.
Y'all went out and got something?
We're still somebody from our church. God, first of all, God is amazing. I'm gonna just say that. They were like, you guys can use our vehicle. It's a SUV for the summer until we buy our own, which we're on our way to buy a new vehicle. So yeah, like it's been super helpful. But of course, gas it's so out of control. Like that's the only thing that has hit our pockets heavily. But so I like watch a lot of like finance people like Earn Your Leisure and all the people that's out there. And something that they've been saying is that we are like literally currently in a recession. Even though the government, the people don't want to say that, but we're pretty much in a recession. And with stuff being so high and inflated, at some point it's going to reset itself. So people have been recommending that, if you have some money, if you have a little bit of money, you should invest in crypto, invest in the stock market. The stock market has like plummeted. It's going crazy right now. But if there's certain stocks that you should invest in now, like Apple, Amazon, Airbnb, the big ones, Microsoft, like those are the best ones to be investing in right now.
Because they're going to rebound.
Now, exactly. If you invest in it now, when the everything kind of resets itself, it's gonna pick up and you're going, you'll be in a good place. So I'm just saying all that to say, don't be concerned. I think it's good to be wise, of course, with your money, wise with the way that you move. Definitely be prayerful. God got us regardless of what's going on outside in the world. So yeah.
No, definitely all of that. Kiara put, I'm about to get a sugar daddy. I was trying to on Saturday when I was out with Trish, but the boss lady blocked me. Did you block her, Trish? From a sugar daddy?
Oh no, she said the
boss. Hold on, then Kiara said I twerk at the pump until somebody pays for my gas.
She like
Kiara, she's wilding. She's wilding.
Gotta relax.
And then Kitty gonna be like, yo, Kiara, yo. But does that work though? Does that work?
I mean, first of all, it was this bald lady that was we went to this little lounge area, and this woman was like,
I thought she was calling.
No, this woman was going ham on the dance floor, y'all. I'm talking about. I was like, wait a minute, it's a lot. Like, I can't even explain how much she was going in, but it was a lot, and that's what she's talking about. She definitely was probably blocking Kira's.
Oh wow,
blocking that blessing.
I don't know if there were any blessings in the place, to be honest.
Wow. I don't know if there were any blessings in the place. Sorry, ma'am. We're all out of blessings today. Listen.
Oh gosh.
Oh my. So yes, Regis said Amazon and Google both doing splits. Yep, indeed. Tyshawn said I picked up a second job with the housing market reset is in question. Brina, how is this inflation affecting you?
Other than food costs going up and gas prices, not too much. But just grocery shopping, if there are things available to shop for. I don't know. It's just seeing like the prices of everything is just going up right now, and it's just kind of crazy everywhere. But yeah, gas is kind of starting to get insane here in Indy, but at least it's not $9 a gallon.
Ooh, Lord, please.
Indeed. $9 a gallon sounds like crazy. Goss, how you affected?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm not sure yet. Because like I be spending a lot of money.
Not affected.
He's not.
At all.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Just say it, Goss. Just say it. This is not affecting my life at all.
No, it might be. Let me talk this out. Let me talk this out with y'all.
Go ahead.
So first of all, y'all know I'm rich. So stuff I don't know it affects me because rich people, we're not affected for real until like we don't know that until we know we're affected.
Just send me $2K, bruh. Send me $2K. I need $2,000 right now.
All right, I'm about to cash app you. Hold on a second.
Don't play with me. You don't even have my cash app information.
You asking for $2K? I want a good 10 stacks for sure. I mean, we're talking rich.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like my lifestyle necessarily isn't the most like crazy lifestyle other than when I travel. But like my food costs, I just start buying groceries. So I don't even know what groceries are like, what's expensive or what's not expensive. Cause like I just started like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Now that I got this air fryer, I'm out here trying to fry everything up. So like, but I never paid attention to like costs going up or costs going down because I don't grocery shop before. It's my first time doing it consistently. So like, I don't know how much a gallon of milk costs. If it say it costs $7, that's how much it costs.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know the difference between when it costs $4 or when it costs $7.
I literally paid $5 or $6 for one yesterday.
Is that expensive?
I don't know.
What kind of milk?
For a gallon of milk.
Skim? Yeah. Like regular milk?
Yeah.
You might as well get almond milk. It's
2%. Right. Well, I normally do get the almond milk and whatnot. So that is normally what the look is. So
look, let me finish.
Listen. Go ahead.
I'm not done yet. So like food costs necessarily don't affect me because I just started. So I don't know. I have no kind of framework for what's expensive or what's not expensive. Gas for sure. That's my biggest enemy right now because it's $5 a gallon. And I got to go to DC for the next 3 weeks. So that's going to be interesting. And then, I think it affects me as the promoter, Seagoss, because everybody wants to buy extra plane ticket and bring whoever with them, whoop-de-whoop, with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to, like, domination inflation is real. You feel me?
We're going to talk about that with Mike Mack in a second. But yeah.
And then, like, I feel like the only place where I'm really feeling it is probably the pump. And once that goes down, if it ever goes down, I think then I'll be back on, easy peasy. Wow. But I got this whole Miami fund because I'm going to Miami to go see Ye in July that I've been dipping into lately. But then I realized I get to Miami and I don't even spend that much money. So that little whoop-de-woo I got over there, that can stay there. That'd be good. I could dip more than I think that I can because typically I don't spend that much money when I'm out of town. I spend more money when I'm in town than when I'm doing out of town stuff. Which is weird.
We just said gas is on Israel Houghton. He said gas is on Israel Houghton. It's on another level.
Yeah.
That wasn't even that funny.
That was hilarious. That was good. Another level. Another level.
So yeah, like it affected me, but not for real the way everybody's talking about. But then again, I'm single with no kids, and plus I'm rich.
Yes.
Plus you're rich.
We knew it wasn't going to affect you. When we asked you, but yeah, we ended up
spending
most time listening to how it doesn't affect you. So listen, for me, I thought it wasn't affecting me. I thought it was not affecting me, and then as Goss said, as we've had to book these airplane tickets for Domination, which
I understand.
Which has been crazy. And then not only that, but we normally don't do all these plus ones. Like normally cats might ask for the plus ones and we'll be like, yo, listen, man, at the end of the day, we independent promoters, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody, you won't be all right. We'll make sure you get wherever you need to be. We'll make sure everything's taken care of for your show. We'll make sure to keep the ladies off of you or the dudes off of you or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we got you. You know what I mean? When you touch down, we are accountable. You are accountable to us. But we'll make it good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we was booking everybody's plus ones, man, and it's been killing us. It's been killing us like nobody's business. Number one. Number two, I got to the pump and the pump said $100. And I was like, oh, this person must have had a big truck. I said, this person must have had a big truck. And then I started pumping my gas and kind of did the math at where I was, at what point, getting to 16 gallons in the Lexus on the premium joint. And once we got past 80, well, yeah, it's a Lexus. It's not, yeah.
You got a Lexus?
Once we got past,
you're rich too, huh?
No.
Oh, you got money.
You got money.
You don't believe the hype. So listen, y'all are stupid. Listen, don't believe the hype. I got once it got past 80, I tuned out. I was just like, oh, this is nonsense.
I'm sure.
You gotta pump and look away. You gotta pump and look away.
You do. You gotta pump and look away.
And just leave. Don't even look at it. Just leave.
Yes. You really have to do that. Just pump and look away. And just but thank God I work from home, so I don't have to, I know when I feel the pain, I'm probably good for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Even though, like I said, we got Domination, so I'll be in Richmond, which means I'll probably be filling up in Richmond again just because of the trip and whatnot. But yeah, Stephen Lee, like I said, did he say premium? Yeah, I can't put regular in the Lexus. They don't advise that.
That's wild.
Yeah, so shouts out to Shannon in the car. Shannon in the car. Shannon in the chat. I probably will have Shannon in the car sometime or another next week.
Oh, Shannon's my ace. I think Shannon's my ace. She be defending me, I feel like. Is that the right one? It might be Shannon.
Shannon do be looking out for you in the chat every once in a while.
Shout out to Shannon.
She does.
What up, Shannon?
What up, Shannon? Gang.
Listen.
Goss gang, boy.
Listen. So we is definitely feeling that inflation. Like I said, I did end up buying like a good $5, maybe even $6 gallon of milk, which was just ludicrous. No, and then I went to get an oil change. And the place I normally get about a $50, $60 oil change. Why they try to tell me it'd be like $100 for the oil change? $101 for the oil change. He tried to hit me on the inflation joint.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, I said we weren't really that affected, but because of the plane tickets, like the plane tickets have going on up because of gas prices. So like I'm buying plane tickets from Philly to Los Angeles.
That's like $1,000.
Listen, this is why I need help. It's a lot of money.
Wait, you buying them? Or this is for your singing joint.
I've been paying for my team to come out, and that it has been a lot.
Oh, Trish.
To LA. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's sponsors. Anybody if y'all want to donate, I'm over here. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yes, these plane tickets is nonsense. Shannon know these plane tickets is crazy. For sure.
I'm getting one ways right now. I'm only getting one ways right now because I'm like,
Shannon coming to Domination? Shout out to
from
Shannon.
LA, yes. So she knows we
lit.
Shannon gonna be at our joint.
So
too.
yeah.
I don't know how she doing both, but hey.
Well, it started the next day or whatever. So she'll be on the plane right back the next day from us. So your joint don't start till 2 days after ours. It's crazy. I've been feeling it. So I went. They told me $101 at this other place when they normally charge me $60. I said, I'm just gonna you want. I said, never mind. I'm good on that. I just called the Lexus dealership. I'm like, if you're gonna charge me $100, I'm gonna go to the dealer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the dealer.
Right.
I went to the dealer. They hooked. No, the dealer did it for like $87. $87,
I mean,
which is
cheaper.
still it's still less than $100 some odd dollars.
Yeah.
It's still 20 more than I'm used to paying.
I'm going to the Mexican dude down the street on Jeff Davis Boulevard.
No,
that's where I'm going. He always get me right.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's just certain vehicles you got to do different things. Listen, inflation's hard out here. We're gonna talk about exactly how hard it is right here with my man Mike Mack. Definitely of Invitation Only and Elevation Conference fame. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, make sure to tell a neighbor, tell a friend about what it is that we do right here on the Tastemakers Pod. Run them likes up, y'all. Appreciate you guys hanging with us tonight. You're going to get some behind the scenes stuff right here, okay? I'm going to try to pull it out of Mike for you guys, all right? So I got my man Mike Mack in the house. Mac, what's popping with you, man?
What's going on, world? What's happening?
What up?
What's going on? What is
Mac,
going
you need to stop playing with these prices, Mac. I need 3 of them.
Good luck.
So Mac is the plug. Matter of fact, Mac is your plug's plug for real, all right. And definitely the booking guru for CHH, if you ask me. Definitely from what he does with Invitation Only to RMG to, of course, what he does with Elevation Conference in Boston. Mac, I'll let you just tell him a little bit, if I didn't ruin it all, I'll tell him a little bit about what you do, who you is.
Hey, man, you summed it up very well. I'm one of the owners of Invite Only. We are the premier booking agency for Christian hip hop artists. I think we're the only like real independent outlet that books Christian hip hop. I'm a youth pastor in Boston. I'm a father. I got 2 daughters, beautiful wife. I'm actually by day, my Clark Kent identity, I'm an accountant at Boston University. And so we, purveyor of the Holy Smoke Festival in Atlanta, Elevationconference in Boston. Just got my hands in a few different things.
Nice.
So, like I said, Mac is your plug's plug, right? And so Mac normally takes care of me whenever I need to get anybody or we need to get stuff, or when we're, a lot of times we'll use Mac for certain artists with Domination or whatever kind of events we're doing. He'll let us know when tours are needed or coming through or whatever the case may be, all that. But I've kind of been going back and forth with Mac a little bit this year. Things are different. Mac, these prices, the game is just, it's going crazy. These airplane tickets, these +1s, just the whole 9. I told Mac the other day, I said, Mac, listen, I'm on the wrong side of this. I'm going to start writing bars. That's what I'm going to start doing for sure. But if you can just talk about the landscape, Mac, what have you seen in your time doing what you're doing, booking for the who's who of Christian hip hop? How have things changed? Where are things now? How you feel about the game in general?
For us and me and my house, everybody's eating pretty well right now. It's the first real wave of booking that we've had since COVID. So over a 2 to 3 year period, it's been very icy. It's been very hard to get shows. Artists have been, manufacturing income and revenue just by using all sorts of different means and really being stretched just like all the rest of us have in a market where booking is just not an option. And as we know, a lot of these artists really make a lot of their revenue off booking because booking equals merch and merch, equals advances. Yeah. And that's how a lot of these people make money. You're not making money off streams. You make your money off your album deal, your advance deal. You get front-ended, but then when you're talking about making money over a steady period of time, you're probably talking about show revenue or you're talking about merchandise. Those are the main ways that you make money, and merch is obviously boosted by being able to do shows. So with artists not being able to do shows over the past couple of years, everybody's tried to do a lot of different things and delve into a lot of different stuff. You've seen a lot more podcasting. You've seen a lot more clothing lines as opposed to just merch. I think Wande is an excellent example of somebody who pivoted really well, started Win Beauty. Yeah. Got some acting opportunities. A lot of artists getting more into consulting. She was going crazy on consulting. Her whole calendar was booked up just off of that alone. And then you see a lot of more artists maybe get into production or A&Ring, things of that nature to try to make money. But right now we're heading back into a sweet spot where it's probably the first time, like I said, in 3 years where we're looking at our inbox and it's going crazy. It's back on fire. like it's supposed to be. Actually, I think we got about 5 offers today for different people, just for summertime gigs, talking about July and August. And
that's a blessing.
Yeah,
that is a blessing. Y'all, Cats is back
beautiful.
outside.
Yeah, people are back outside. People are shooting their shot. I mean, what we tell people all the time, just from a realistic perspective, is, you should have already been planning to go crazy for July, August, September, June of this year. You kind of waited because you want to see the smoke clear. You know what I mean? You weren't looking at the landscape well. But if you're waiting to see everybody come outside and then you start planning again for the fall is not really where you want to go crazy with your planning, or, push your projections out too far, because we saw last year, as things started to look a little bit smoother, fall got crazy again. So we want to play it safe in fall, but you want to go crazy as much as you can for summer and spring, and try to really get your events in then. So we just see people playing it month by month. We can tell because a lot of the offers that are coming in are for July, August, and it's June right now. So everybody's still nervous. Everybody's still playing it really safe and kind of front loading their events.
So I feel like we actually last year, Domination 2021, we hit a sweet spot where people were just tired of being in the house. COVID wasn't over, but it was the first wave had been done, and people started to feel a little safe. Yep. And before everybody went back inside again, theoretically. And so we hit a very nice sweet spot of last June. It really changed the whole trajectory of what we do, or the way we normally operate. Normally, when we do shows, pre-sale tickets are not on and popping. A lot of people want to wait till the last minute to get their tickets. Sometimes day of, sometimes at the door, whatever the case may be. Last year, we might have sold 5, maybe 10 at the door tickets. All of our ticket sales were pre-sales. It was beautiful. It was something like we had really never seen in our area before. The other side of that, of course, is now things are kind of back to normal. So people, so definitely, I do understand what you're saying there about promoters kind of going month to month. We had a sweet spot last year, but like I said, it is working out a little bit. So Cats is back outside. Cats is making, bookings are coming through. Everything is flowing well at this moment.
Yeah, at this moment, I mean, like we said, these are the days of our lives where everything is kind of month by month. Sorry, I live in the hood, so that's motorcycles. I live in the trap. Hey,
what it is.
I'm really out here. Hey. I know everybody's like, Boston, man. It must be Red Sox and people who say Kai and stuff like that, man. But not in my neighborhood. When you hear the dirt bikes driving by at 11:15,
At 11, right. You know what time it is. So listen, of course, we got to get to Elevation. Of course, we got to get to what you do just from a booking standpoint. Talk to us a little bit just of the success of this past Holy Smoke within the last couple of weeks. Of course, you booked for that event and definitely helped out there. I know you were down there. Talk about the success of that if you can.
Yeah, Holy Smoke. Shout out to Aaron and Brandon and, Indie Tribe for just being visionaries. But Tribe was like, man, it'd be dope to do a festival. My team said, that's a piece of cake. And so we actually threw Holy Smoke together last year off of about a month of planning, month and a half, maybe 6 weeks or something like that, and pulled together a festival that drew like 300 to 400 or so some odd people in Atlanta, based off of all independent artists with Indie Tribe headlining. And this year we came back, same formula, a few different artists sprinkled in. I mean, we did have some big drawer names like Indie and Words played as Magic and Bird, and KB pulled up. But we did approximately 800 this year for Holy Smoke. So we doubled in size.
Yeah.
We doubled in the planning time and execution time, which I think helped. But it was definitely a success. I mean, it's just a testament to what happens when, great artists line up with great business. Egos are put to the side and everybody tries to figure out how to maximize something. In our space, it's not something that you get very often. I know with you guys, you're doing Domination similar to the way that I do Elevation, and we have to build a hard ticket draw. And there's not artists are not going to go on IG Live every day and promote our events for us. It's really just us, on the ground, really, really working. But what happens when you have somebody on the ground like us who's really, really working, but you also have an artist who's completely invested that has, fan base that's also working. And what you get is you get holy smoke.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of
Definitely.
sense. You mentioned what I was about to ask you. So hey, listen, and you can always let me know what you can and cannot say, yada yada yada. Andy and Wordsplay. Of course, we saw advertised as Magic and Bird. Any particular reason why they went that way with it, or was that some contractual booking type stuff, or what?
I'll say, I mean, it's just a marketing thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't go too deep into it, but there's no litigation issues.
Okay.
We don't have a gag order or NDA. But
okay.
But yeah, it was a marketing
so I didn't
thing.
know. Y'all didn't think marketing wise it'd be better just to put Andy Mineo on Wordsplay?
Yeah, I mean, for a brand, it's different. It's different for branding. If you think about the brand awareness, I mean, Magic and Bird are seen as a different type of movement within what they've both done independently as independent artists. It's interesting how some things impact an individual more than another does, just based off of the psyche of branding. When you consider even like Indie Tribe, you say Indie Tribe, you get a different feeling than you get if you say, all right, Performance Nighter, No Big Deal, John Keith, Mowgli, and DJ Mike LV.
And Mike LV.
Yeah. But so even how you brand that, if you know how it is, if you book, No Big Deal and you book John Keith, you get a price. But if you book Indie Tribe, you get a totally different price because there's different brand equity. And I'm a marketing major, so I'm gonna nerd it up real quick for y'all.
That's a fact. Now, Matt, I feel like we got a lot of similarities. Me and you both light skinned, you know what I'm saying? Me and you both, you know what I'm saying, work in ministry, you feel me? What else? Promoter. Me and you both promoters. Yeah. So I feel like we brothers and that I can ask this question. You understand me? Now listen, Quote might get mad, but we're not worried about Quote right now. All right, we worried about my question. Wow. Nah, it's playing. But my question is, so like, because we were just talking about inflation. You know what I'm saying? So like, is the inflation real when it comes to artists charging their COVID prices, or are they just charging because it's a different year? Because we're seeing differences in how much artists are charging and what they're asking for as well too. And then if it's not that, how does an artist's number change throughout, I guess, their career? Is it because they've dropped the album, so now they cost more money? Is it because they've won an award? Is that why they cost more money? So just if you can speak about that.
No, 100%. I mean, everything in the market is driven by supply and demand. I mean, that's 100%, how everything works, how everything sells. You can charge whatever you want for gas as long as, N-words keep showing up to the pump and paying for it.
That's a fact.
That's all there is to it. So, they're like, yo, we're going to run up the gas price to $5. Anybody going to slow down? Nobody's slowing down. So you can run it up until people start to slow down, until there's a movement that is in opposition of the price. And so what we determine for booking prices is whatever the market tells us. So if the market comes in and we get a 10K offer for, No Big Deal, and then the next week we get a 10K offer for No Big Deal, and the next week we get a 12K offer for No Big Deal, and then Domination comes and they say, we got a 6K offer. You look at the 6K a little bit different than you look at the 12K. And you say, man, I left the crib last week for 12 G's.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's what determines all the pricing for everything. It's not us. It's barely the artists. We do it more than the artists, to be honest, because at Invite Only, managing eight to 10 artists, we know we have our finger on the pulse of everything that's being booked. So we know what market value is, and we know what people should be paid, and we know what's an insulting offer. And that's good for the artists, because when we get festivals, not like yours is an independent festival. It's totally different. When we get the CCM festival, who pays for King and Country $100K, and then they come and they say, yeah, we want Wande for $50 in a cheeseburger. We just say, hey, well, I got a pretty good idea what the fair market value is, and I can say no, but that's absolutely not what we're gonna do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so do you and Aaron and other cats who handle booking and this, do you guys by chance have conversations with the artists where basically saying almost what you just said right there. Hey, there is a wage gap in America. You know what I mean? What these white churches are doing or what these white institutions are doing. Yes, please get that bag, get that check, yada, yada, yada. But because there is a huge wage gap, these black churches, or even more so, these independent black promoters, hey, look, be willing to throw them a bone every once in a while too, or else you'll just continue making music for white.
Yeah. You know that we do because we have this conversation all the time. So we just had it the other day, and I said, what was my exact words? My exact words were, frame the event for me. Let me know what it is exactly that you're trying to get my artist to attend. So value versus opportunity versus quality. These are the three things that we look at. We look at the check, but we also look at impact. We look at quality of show, you know what I mean? Mainstream versus just Christian. Like, you know, I'm not going to take $2,000 to go to a mega church, but I might take $2,000 to play the Grammys. Like, you know what I mean? So there's differences in equity of what we're trying to get us to do. So, yeah, I mean, you only get that. The beauty is, the reality is you only get that with us. You know, if you go to WME and you try to explain what WME,
you know,
WME doesn't even answer the phone. WME doesn't even pass the offer on because they still do that to us. So yeah, with invite only, you get a reasonable individual on the other line that you can call and you can say, Mike, give me the breakdown of prices for all 6 of these people, and let me know blah blah blah, like who moves for this, like who, you know, I could tell you like, yeah, you want Derek? No, he's gonna be, you know, I'm only throwing imaginary numbers out here also for the audience. None of these numbers are accurate, except for Domination will pay for all your flights and your whole family because they're beautiful like that. But so say I'm trying to book Derek Minor and I'm like, yo, Derek, and I tell you, yeah, Derek is 20 G's, right? And you say, well, guess what? This is a community event where every year we get 1,000 young inner city kids, and we want somebody who can speak their language and make a true impact on them. I can tell you, yeah, Derek will change his price absolutely for that event because he cares about making impact, because he cares about community. His side venture, Ownership is the New Black, is completely based on crushing the wealth divide between minorities and typically white males who make more money than anybody else on the planet Earth, right? So we can say that, yeah, Derek will meet you in the middle. But, you know, exactly. But again, if you were to WME or another major, they're not going to have that conversation with you. They don't care at all.
Yeah. They're going to tax you, boy.
Yeah.
You're going to get taxed.
I mean, we've literally, as many shows as we've booked and done, we've never booked through WME. We've had conversations with WME agents plenty of times. We've negotiated with them. We've actually even got the prices that we, got down to prices just through negotiations that we thought might have been reasonable, but we never seem to pull the trigger with WME. I don't know what it is.
If they don't bet you, we can get to the price that they won't take your offer to the artist. They won't even show the management your offer. So if we get an offer, 9 out of 10 times the artist trusts us to close the deal. But if I get an offer where somebody's like, look, we're not going to pay you. We want you to know this is your cousin's friend and we think this is amazing. I'll be like, I don't think they're going to take that, but I'm going to send this information to their manager and their manager will make that decision. WME is just like,
no.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless it's Gavi, because they're booking Gavi crazy.
Hey, again, that's
Gavi
supply and demand
right now.
That's supply and demand.
We can get Gavi for $50 right now.
I cannot.
Maybe. I don't know.
He was doing the most as usual.
I don't know the man.
Listen.
They asked me questions in the chat.
Mac, let's see. So what Kenny got? Who should an artist go to about setting their market value?
Or how should?
That's Kenny. Oh, how should an artist go about setting? Let me ask that question correctly. How should an artist go about setting their market value? Shaman Kenny.
All right. So, I mean, you establish your market value by establishing your overall brand equity and value in general. If nobody's listening to your music, then nobody wants to see you at a show. You might want to start there. You might want to get some participation. What we look for, and we get more inquiries from people who want us to manage their booking than we get for people to book shows. So if somebody hits my inbox and is like, yo, my name is Jake. I think you should represent me. And I go on Jake's Spotify, and Jake has 5 monthly listeners, and Jake's never performed before. Jake, I can do nothing for you. I can't help you. You got to get your music to the point where your streams are getting to one place, but the main determining factor is, are people asking for you? Do people want to see you? And you really got to get yourself to the point where people say, man, I really want to see this person. You know what I mean? For us, doing your own independent shows, if you really want to establish yourself, you really don't have a following, you don't have any of this stuff, you want to start doing your own independent shows. You want to start going to open mics. You want to start going to corner venues. You want to pull up to Nashville. There's an open mic on every corner. You want to start doing those shows. I encourage my artists to go to karaoke nights. Go to a karaoke night. Learn stage control. Learn crowd control. Learn how to sing, how to move, not be nervous, go up there stuttering, forgetting your lyrics. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And establish yourself as a credible performer. Then figure out how to get in front of different small crowds by opening and with like-minded artists, so that they see you, so people will see you, and you begin to gain traction and create a following. You're not going to wake up one day, even if I know a lot of artists who are getting thousands and thousands of streams monthly, and still people won't come see them perform. There's more to it than just having the numbers. There's more to establishing rapport with you and your fans, making your fans feel you, know you, understand you, like have a real relationship, want to see you. The Ryan Leslie approach of 1,000 fans who are diehard fans who are locked in on you. You can make a living off your super fans. So build the super fans.
Yeah.
And develop your artistry, just like he said, just holistically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a whole nother conversation.
Those are people that quote with a book.
Indeed.
Whole nother conversation. I'm listening to the bookings. I used to do booking, and I'm just grateful that y'all are killing the game, because years ago, wasn't a lot of us out here doing any of this, and it was very difficult, very, very difficult. But I'm grateful for what y'all are doing with Invite Only. It's just great, and y'all are killing. Y'all are top tier. Keep doing it.
Thank you. Praise God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's talk about the Elevation Conference. Of course, this is going to be the first week of July this year. Is that right?
Yep, July 1st and 2nd this year.
July 1st and 2nd in Boston, Massachusetts. And this is your 5th year, 6th year? How many years have you been doing this now?
Yeah, I don't know anymore. We've been doing a conference for like almost 20 years or something like that. It's something that I kind of inherited. I inherited my Pentecostal Black church's traditional youth convention, where it was tarrying services and hooping and hollering. And I eventually grew it into a conference in what it is today. So we've been doing it branded as Elevation for this will be about the 6th year, minus the Thanos snap, 2 years that we lost.
Got you. The Thanos snap 2 years. Indeed, the COVID years. Talk to us about Elevation, man, what it is that you guys do every year. It's always right behind Domination. So we always have a hard time situation. I always be like, man, I got to get there. You got so many heavy hitters and great people who make moves who are coming out to your event. Just tell us a little bit about the event this year.
Yeah, so Elevation is basically like the Flavor Fest for the Northeast. It really was always inspired by Flavor Fest, inspired by Legacy, inspired by all the conferences that I always, went to and attended and saw.
Yeah.
And said to myself, now what would it look like if this was in Boston? What would I do differently? What does Boston need? How do we make it so that the people here are elevated and blessed? And so what we typically do with Elevation is bring hip hop culture to the Northeast area, to Boston, where there's not a large hip hop culture, secular or otherwise. There's not a lot of Black culture in general, and there's not a lot of Christian culture. so we're building something in an area where it's very opposite what's going on, in general. The Black people who are Christian here are typically more along the lines of like, your like gospel and worship type music fan. There's not a huge hunger for the hip hop, and so I've always been interested in trying to figure out why that is. And this is a new paradox. And I don't know, a lot of people, maybe in music, you'll notice, but there's CCM, right? There's the CCM world, and CCM doesn't mess with gospel or Christian hip hop, right? And so then there's gospel, black gospel / now worship, and they don't really mess with hip hop. They'll rock with CCM, and they'll take CCM any day because CCM is big money mainstream to them. So everybody's hungry to get CCM, but it's not really a convergence. And then Christian hip hop, who's just on an island by itself, and there's really only like one or two guys who can even cross over to any of those other two genres. I mean, it's just like pretty much just KB at this point. But KB, so everybody's got these different spheres where they sing it. And so I've always thought, like, how do we figure out how to merge at least black gospel and Christian hip hop? Because those are my worlds, and trying to get those together and make it be something really urban, something that, you know, I could bring my homies to and they'll feel comfortable there. You know, we all grew up in a hip hop atmosphere. I grew up on rap. I grew up on Biggie and Jay-Z. And, you know, when I was growing up, gospel music didn't really hit every need that I had personally, and CCM was absolutely not an option. And so finding Christian hip hop was like, oh, this is it. This is where I can meet the Lord and still, you know, embrace my culture that I was raised in and not feel ostracized. So Elevation Conference is an attempt to share that feeling, share that opportunity with all the people around in my area. And so we bring that in. We do music, we do general sessions, we have speakers, we do workshops. We talk about a lot of different subjects. We get very theological. You know, this generation is a very intellectual Christian generation. Millennials are very intellectual. We have a lot of information in our hands. So we go in there, we do urban apologetics. What are the religions that draw African Americans typically away from Christianity? You know, like Jehovah's Witnesses and 5%ers and nation
Hebrew Israelites.
So we, you know, figure out what are the differences between those things and Christianity. We do a lot of music workshops. We're going to have a how to make a hit record with Reach Records and some of my local producers. And then we do a huge contest called The Plug, where we're going to give away a record deal to RMG and free music videos, free production for some lucky artist who comes out there and wins that.
Nice.
That's dope.
Talk to me about some of the people that are coming through.
Wait, light skin. Let me look out for my light skin homie. Light skin Corey, you about to ask me a question?
I was. Appreciate that, my guy. Appreciate
Don't let him over. Don't let him over.
This will not happen on my show.
Nah, so all right, so here's my question, right? Like, so cats who are in Christian hip hop, they don't listen to Christian hip hop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then because we was talking about this on a previous show before, where it was like most people in mainstream music like listen to their colleagues and like, yo, the album was fire, you did blah blah blah. Right, contemporaries. But I feel like Christian hip hop artists really don't have a appetite to hear Christian hip hop so much. And I'm thinking just from the artists that we've interviewed who came through Domination, they're like, yeah, I really don't listen to Christian hip hop, so I really couldn't tell you what's going on. But they make the music. Do you think that people don't respect CHH? Because like this is what I be thinking. When an artist has a price and they give me their price, I be thinking like, what? But I think it's because of my lack of respect for the game. You know what I mean? And I think it's more so the artists, they just feel like, just like you said, this church will give me 12, this church will give me 10. So you got to come with something like that. But not because they feel like, oh, this is Christian hip hop. Like you got to, like, this is a real brand. Like this is a real genre. So like, I don't know. Just speak about that real quick.
Yeah, I always find it interesting that a lot of Christian hip hop artists don't listen to other Christian hip hop artists, and a lot of them will give you, you know, different reasons why. But most of, I mean, you know, a lot of them are listening to secular hip hop. Like you see the debates about Kendrick, you see the debates about Drake. You see that a lot from Christian hip hop artists. So I can say that they're listening to those artists on a large scale. I actually don't listen to secular hip hop, interestingly enough. And I haven't for like 20 years. I've gone 20 years.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, 20 years.
So you don't know what's going on out here. You have no clue.
I always know what's going on because I'm too plugged into like real life. Like,
okay,
I enjoy music. Like, so, and I'm always around young people. I'm a youth pastor, so like I know who's hip. Like I know what people are listening to.
Yeah,
I'm just not listening to it. So like, even though I might hear a song and be like, oh, that's a Drake song, I've never sat down and listened to that song. I wouldn't know any of the words. Gotcha. I might recognize the hook, but I wouldn't know any of the bars from the song. Like I have never sat down and pressed play to a Drake song and listened to it from beginning to end.
Gotcha.
in my entire
Okay.
life.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel
So
that.
I don't know what it is with Christian hip hop artists. It's interesting because I mean they know a lot of times they know who's popping. They know like who's going crazy. I mean, it's interesting. Like a guy like Not Clyde is very interesting. Not Clyde is like not super well known to the community of like, you know, listeners outside in the world, but every Christian hip hop artist like loves Not Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like they're all fair. Like when Not Clyde goes on stage, like everybody comes out and supports. So those are the things that I look for at something like even like Holy Smoke. I like to see who the artists are like. Dang, I gotta go catch his set. You know what I mean? Who's the guy that the artists get really excited about?
Yeah.
One thing that we are finding is this next generation, the younger guys, who's in the Not Clyde and John Keefe and Mike LVs and No Big Deals and you know the 350s, all these people. They all seem to actually like each other.
They do.
And it's different because this previous generation, I don't think that they really liked each other like that.
Right. No,
Now, I'm
I
not gonna
definitely
name names,
agree.
And it was different reasonings for that too. I mean, some of
Depends
that
on
was
who you
even
talk
theological.
Yeah.
Some of that was even theology based and different.
Yeah,
things of that
exactly.
nature as
So
well.
theology, we allowed, and because you know, and again, we were taught that though.
Right.
We were taught that you have to put dividing lines between theology, which is not true.
Which is ridiculous.
Really not true.
Yeah.
Because most of the things that we put this demarcation on for theology are things that are not non-negotiables to Jesus, I feel like, for the most part. Like we're not even, I mean, even if you're just like, you believe in christening versus, you know, the later baptism, like something like I know that like Tim Keller and like John Piper like disagree about when you get baptized. But them boys are still gonna go have coffee.
100%.
But they taught us like, you know, once you disagree with somebody, you got to push them off to the side. Like, no, you don't like, I think of like somebody like, yeah, I remember seeing Eshawn Burgundy talking about Andy Mineo, and I'm only going to talk about stuff that was public. I remember it was like 5-6 years ago, Eshawn Burgundy was slamming Andy, and you know, they had done a song together on Andy's first project, famously known, or whatever his project is called. It's an amazing project. But they did a song together. Everybody was like, yo, how come they didn't work together again? And then Eshawn had gone on this tirade, like slamming Andy and, you know, Reach Records because they don't want to be Christian enough and all that stuff. And, you know, later they had seen each other at a festival, and Eshawn was like, I finally sat down and talked to Andy, and, you know, I think I was wrong, and we're going to squash this beef, that, you know, one-sided beef. But we have these moments where it's like, yo, why don't y'all sit down and talk? Like, that's one of the things for Elevation for me. I bring a lot of guys in the room and I make everybody talk. You know, a diverse cast of characters with spiritual leaders from the area, with fans, and with artists and singers, and like everybody got to talk, because what you find is when you don't talk, you know, you think this about somebody, and quote might be like, man, Mike is out here just hustling people, until the only way you would know for sure is if he calls me and says, why did you give me that price? So there's a need and an element of having to talk. So these young guys, they have a community. They like really kick it together. They spend time together and grow together. I've seen them do Bible studies together. I'm in a young artist Bible study where there's like 20 artists, and they go on there and they talk about the word and they chop it up. And it's like, I think maybe that was something that was missing in previous generations, but a lot of it was just Christian culture, which is Christian culture tries to make us fight everybody and you know, cast everyone to hell before we even figure out if they're a good person or if they love Jesus. Like, that's cultural.
Word.
That's facts. That's facts. So, who's going to be at Elevation this year?
Elevation this year is Derek Minor, Cannon. I'll be trying not to get. It's a little late. I'm trying to get all these off the top of my head. Stephen Malcolm, Ty Brazel, Ruslan.
Shout out to Ty Brazel.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
You like Ty Brazel?
Listen, me and Quote always have
he's
arguments.
Always trying to book Ty Brazel.
I'm always trying to get
why
Ty.
do you want to
Quote
book
never wants to get
Ty
Ty.
Brazel? I'm like,
I
why?
always want to
For
get
what
Ty.
reason? Why?
He has an audience. He does have a huge audience.
In the same
Matt,
way,
I be
I'm
fighting
always
for
trying to
Ty,
get
Matt.
Stephen Malcolm.
That's crazy.
I'm always trying to get Stephen Malcolm, and he's like, "No, we don't need Stephen Malcolm.
We don't need Steve.
Yeah, this
We need
is
Ty.
the conversations that we have."
The Wave God Jr. Wave God Jr. My man Ty Brazel.
And Ty from like
when he's doing music. When he's doing music.
Quote, that's not.
Yeah.
All right.
He
that's
just
another
dropped the album.
conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when he's doing music.
He dropped the album like 6 months ago. He dropped the album like 6 months ago.
When did he drop before that?
In like a week or two or something like that.
Wait, why does that matter? You said
what? People not dropping music?
No, you said when did he drop before that? I'm like, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Quote
No.
What
I'm saying is when you disappear for 2-3 years
that's not
in
true,
this market.
That's not true.
I'm not trying
Triple E can get 20K right now.
If you want to compare Reach Machine to other things, I mean, come on.
Propaganda could get booked right now. He's getting booked right now. He ain't dropped.
This is true.
Book just dropped. Yep. He just dropped a book last year, amongst many.
You know
other
who's
things.
the best example though?
Great podcast.
You know who's the best example? This is bigger than, again, this is what we talked about before.
And some people are legacy. Some people are
brand equity. Some people you just get an emotional attachment to. And the perfect example of somebody you just get emotionally attached to is RG. Because RG doesn't have to put out music. And if you book RG tomorrow, 100,000 Latinos is going to show up to the festival and they're going to be in the front going crazy. It doesn't matter. I don't know what it is.
Quote on a local level, I still get booked. I haven't dropped the album yet, and I get booked all the time.
That's light skin magic.
It doesn't matter.
That's light skin magic.
Light skin magic.
That's light skin magic.
That's a fact, my brother. That's a fact. Light skin magic.
Hey, I didn't mean to cause no dissension with who I booked for my event, but yeah. So Ty, Stephen Malcolm, I said Portia Love, Mike LV will be there. Some local artists, a guy named Caleb McCoy, who's super dope, who's from Boston.
Fire.
Yeah, I think that was everybody.
That's dope.
Yeah. I thought I saw. I didn't see the rest of the Indie Tribe there. I didn't know. No, I didn't.
No Big Deal and John Keefe and
No
Mike
Big Deal and John Keefe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mobley's on vacation.
I did see that. Got you.
But yeah.
Okay.
The whole rest of the Indie Tribe will be in the building.
That's fire.
Man, we've got to get to Elevation. I say that every single year.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Because I'm in Boston, bro. I'm in the middle of this area that doesn't give a crap about any of this stuff. So I will have those 8 artists on a flyer, and no one will care. Wow. Nobody cares.
I feel you.
You know,
that's the
it's
game,
wild,
bro.
No, I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
What does the audience usually look like at Elevation? Because I feel like y'all, I mean, I've never been, but I've seen like video. I feel like it's you get a good.
We usually get 100 people. And so the special thing is it's 100 people, but it's 100 people who actually love Christian hip hop, and they never get to see artists because the only time that anybody ever comes to Boston is for Elevation. So it's a rabid audience. It's like you're on Tinder and there's only one good looking person.
I can't.
And you are just you might not get you're gonna get passionate fans.
That's funny.
That's wild.
That is funny. The absolute truth there. What do you think, Mac? I mean, you've been a part of the Christian hip hop, just either whether it was from doing things behind the scenes or listening for a while. What do you think about the fact that there are more Blacks or just minorities in general starting to run things in our little subgenre?
I think it's way overdue.
Or have you noticed that change over? Yeah, way overdue.
Yeah, I mean, that's just 100% is way overdue. I mean, the problem with Christian hip hop has always been that, there's, the lack of infrastructure, and there's a lack of infrastructure because there's a lack of money-making opportunity. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of that struggle came from there not being enough artists that were being successful outside of Reach Records. Right. So with Reach Records making but Reach Records being so top heavy, we went through a solid 5-6 year period where it was kind of like to book a show. If you didn't have a Reach artist, then how were you going to draw?
Yeah.
But now we're in an area now where there's a lot more artists in the middle, where those guys are at the top, where there's a few individuals who sit at the top. And then now we have a good sturdy middle area where we can say like a No Big Deal, a Wande, Hovies and What Up RGs, John Keefe's. Like, there's a lot of artists in this middle section that are still attainable, still reasonable in price. You can still work with them and reach out and touch them, but they are doing excellent numbers. Ty Brazel's doing excellent numbers despite.
Say that again. Say that again.
Ty is doing excellent numbers.
Oh, all right.
But you know what I'm saying? Steve
but can he draw to a show, though? Can he draw to a show, Goss?
It depends.
I can make it
where
draw.
he is and where marketing is, I'm sure.
Exactly. You know who I am, quote? What? I can draw anybody to Richmond, Virginia.
Hey, don't challenge his powers.
Okay,
But so we have these people who are
that.
getting deals, and with deals, the good thing about getting record deals are it gives you a budget. You have a marketing budget, so you can hire a marketing person. Now you have an art budget, so you can hire there can be a Christian graphic designer. But if there's no budgets, then you can't be a Christian graphic designer. You're just going to be a graphic designer. And every once in a while, you're going to take a terrible offer from one of your friends who raps and do a logo for $50 when you know you should be making $500. And they talk about it's for Jesus. And you hope they are still a believer. You don't even know. But the market has to have budget and opportunity for people to build business. For invite only to work, we have to have people to book.
Yeah.
If we don't got nobody to book, then we can't have a business. But so what we see now is there's a lot more opportunity and finance to be able to satisfy and supply all these other businesses that we're seeing.
Yeah, that's a fact. Facts.
Yeah,
that is what it is. That is definitely what's up. Shouts out to DJ P Dog in the chat. What's up, P? Long time. Good seeing you, dude. I say long time, like we didn't hit each other up like you hit me like a week or two ago saying that we need to meet up. So anyway.
I don't get a question. I don't get a question from Brina. Brina's quiet over there.
Huh?
She always be quiet, bro. We need to tell her she need to talk.
Brina is
Why are you yelling?
She's the producer. She's producing.
Because I'm upset, Brina. I'm upset.
I'm right here.
I want a question from Brina.
No, I guess one thing I can ask, what do you think, if anything, could be done to improve the relationship between CHH and gospel?
I think we just got to realize, I would love more events where people try to bridge those gaps together. I think this generation, again, is just so much more of an intelligent theological generation that I hope we're going to see those bridges get built a little bit more. I think it's still surprisingly slow. I think all it takes, though, is for one artist to do it and do it really successfully, like what KB is doing. I think KB is, melding that area a little bit better than anybody has seen it done in the past. And that will usually inspire other people to try it and do it also. And as long as it's successful, those things will always grow, which it's very similar to, really it was a strong gospel music in the Black community, strong gospel movement. And then when you saw artists like Maverick just do worship and even like spontaneous and live worship and have great success, now all of a sudden, if you look on everybody's channel, everybody has a live worship set now. Everybody's doing live worship recordings. And it's always success that breeds that imitation. And, that's just the nature of the beast. I just find it disconcerting just for Christians that we build such strong walls. Like, I love gospel. I love worship. I listen to worship more than I listen to anything. But I strongly love Christian hip hop. But then I also listen to some CCM. But it's like, why can't we have a holistic worldview sonically? I'll never understand because I'm not closed-minded in that way. But when I know a lot of my friends who tell me to this day, who are young Black pastors, and they just say, I can't listen to that hip hop stuff. And I'll never get it because they too can still listen to secular hip hop before they listen to Christian hip hop, which is the ultimate blasphemy, like
it's
confusion.
It's a total mind wipe. Whenever I hear somebody say that, I'm looking at them like, we're not. You're speaking French right now. But that's kind of how I feel about that. I think even me and J.R. Psalms have talked about it. And I've actually done this, just kind of been in the game for a while, whether it was in radio or whatever the case may be, but always tried to blend the different stylings or whatever the case may be of Christian hip hop, pop, R&B, gospel music, just kind of, trying to pull it all together. And it's interesting on
and
whether or not that'll ever really work.
That person's comment is saying
Go ahead.
and McReynolds could benefit from it. McReynolds has been somebody who's done it, who's done crossover stuff. I know he's got some with D1. I think he had somebody on a previous album that he had rap. Kirk, surprisingly, you would think Kirk would be the ultimate trailblazer for this type of movement, but even he hasn't really done that. Even though he's, I think, signed some artists. I can't remember specifically, but
he signed Christian Graham, and then you got to think when he started to kind of rock with, because really, the answer to all this, even as you said, KB, the answer to all this, in my opinion, was the Truth. Okay, Truth was an artist that could easily get to the gospel area. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Truth was starting to really, he was on Donnie's joint. Him and Kirk had a project, whatever the case may be.
Truth was
this was all in the late 2000s. When Truth, when the situation popped off, that messed up some things.
Oh, absolutely.
At that point, I believe him and Kirk were actually on either they were on tour as he was about to sign him or something, but they had that song I Like Me.
Me? He was on tour with
them. They had that song, whatever the case may be. Yeah.
I don't think it's that quote.
All that happened when all that happened.
No. I mean, I'm saying, but he was never received the way that we're talking about in the mix between gospel and hip hop. And I'm saying,
you're dead wrong.
No,
you're dead wrong.
Wasn't. And I'm saying, what I'm saying is when Christian hip hop and gospel try to combine, it's never like Christian hip hop loses its authenticity. Like we always lose. Kind of like when white church and black church combine, black people always lose. So therefore, what I'm telling you is it's never going to be received because gospel has its way, it has its sound, it has its people that are never going to they'll let us in, but they won't let us in the way that we want to get in. Like they won't let us be authentically us. That's what I'm saying. So yes,
and I do feel
so. Yes, Truth had success, but it wasn't authentically Truth. He had to switch it up a little bit.
Well, no, Truth was starting to. He had just got Donnie on the project. He was touring with Kirk Franklin.
I think he was about to have a joint with Mary too.
I think he was. He was touring with Mary.
Truth was being himself. He was being himself. When the whole fallout happened, that's kind of what happened. And then when
he's not saying
around,
that you're not saying that it's like the reason, but it was definitely one of those instances where a movement and a shift was potentially happening and it got circumvented because that was the one that they had accepted. And so, there's usually always got to be somebody who gets accepted first, who like breaks the ground. Even if you think about like R&B music and rap, right? So it was really like, I mean, like Bad Boy was like, you look at Bad Boy as like one of those bridges to making all those remixes that put hip hop artists on R&B records on their remixes that kind of open the door for a lot of that stuff.
And low key, the person we actually leave out in a lot of this stuff, this huge R&B pop star was actually putting rappers on her music in the early 90s was Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
And people don't, I mean, Mariah on her, I mean, she literally had Busta Rhymes on that joint. She had Jay-Z on this joint. This is before hip hop is on. Yeah, this is before hip hop is on mainstream type joints. You know what I mean?
And Diddy was in her ear though. Diddy was in her ear through a lot of that process too.
And that's a good point too. That's a good point there as well. Yep. So there has to be that going over there. But yeah, I remember being backstage after the whole situation with Truth and whatever the case may be. I remember being backstage at the Stellars and just watching as the Clark sisters, you have the Dorinda Clarks and the Mary, the Mary, you have everybody just kind of embracing Truth. Like, listen, we'll still ride with you. Like we'll still rock with you. But anyway, it didn't pan out, whatever the case may be. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think these new cats are not going to embrace because they too fresh. Like Truth has a classic sound that gospel music accepts, but a Ty Brazzle or a KB or like one of these dope Christian rappers, I just feel like they're never going to be on gospel because gospel is marketed to older people. So you can't be good and be in this gospel space. You got to be, and no diss to Truth, because Truth is good, but his sound is older. It's an older, more palatable sound.
Yeah, it was a different time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm watching 1K Few and the way he stands up for, what gospel rap is back and just gospel. I've seen him make a few features on some gospel type stuff.
What features he did?
Well,
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What features he did?
He did a feature on some. I'm trying to think. I don't know the name of the person. I don't keep up with gospel like that, so I just say, oh, that's him doing something with a gospel cat. I
gotta research that.
Like that. So
I think he did Anthony Brown. Sure. I think he did something with Anthony Brown. I thought he was on there.
I think it might have been.
Word.
So you see stuff like that. You've seen Canton Jones at points. You've seen Canton Jones get kind of pulled in at a point or two. But I don't know. Even now, Jordan Armstrong to an extent. Yeah. Even Jordan Armstrong to an extent, though, is starting to get a little up. I don't know. Something does happen, though, Ross. You're right. As soon as they get invited in.
Aaron Cole is like a good bridge. Aaron Cole ends up being a good bridge.
For CCM.
He's CCM, but he's also done it with not just like Torrin. I'm saying Torrin, but also Jordan.
He's on a Kalante Gavin record, too.
Kalante, yeah. He's on a few different records.
I haven't seen Cole.
CC Winans one, too. I feel like
a
Christian Winans record.
Really? From Christian hip hop to CCM, but I haven't seen Aaron make a lot of moves into gospel. Of course, he had your boy Jay on his last project, though. He had what's the boy Jay Moss. Thank you. Yeah, Jay Moss on his last project. So who knows what it's going to take or anything like that to really get this. With all these behind the scene players now being black and making these moves and whatever the case may be, I'm having hope as to seeing more black institutions open their door again to Christian hip hop, black institutions, black churches open their door to Christian hip hop again. And I'm hoping that we can make a focused effort to try to minister in those spaces.
Yeah.
Because we've spent the last 20 years ministering in white spaces.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate stigma that exists, and it's going to continue. I was with a pastor today. He's from Malawi, I believe, and he was saying how in Africa, when hip hop originated there, when it first took root in Africa in his countries, he said it was Christian hip hop first before it was ever secular. And he said it was huge and it was very powerful and it inspired a lot of young Christians to be saved. And he said, even in the midst of that, them not even knowing what secular hip hop was, a lot of pastors still didn't embrace it. And they still felt like it was, it was not holy. And that's just something that we're always going to face. There's people that you just can't convince them that once you add a BPM to a preacher, then it's no longer holy, because that's all that hip hop is. It's preaching to a different BPM.
Right.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah. That's a shame. We'll see. I've got hope. I've got hope that somehow, some way, we'll be able to affect our communities with Christian hip hop.
Yeah, we're doing that. That's happening.
Okay, but are we? I think we still got some inroads.
I would agree. I mean, I think because I've been around for so long, it's been very difficult to have hope, to see it, spread more. It's a lengthy convo coming from me, in my experiences with CHH, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what the Lord does. I mean, I think it's definitely shifting and changing, which is great. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have that hope.
Amen.
All right.
Mike Jack. I said Mike Jack. Mike Mack. Yeah. Before we let you go, well, my last question, then Quote will do what he got to do. Joyner Lucas or Benzino?
Well, bro, we're gonna go Joyner off the strength of the fact that Benzino set us back like 40 years.
Like the comparison.
Benzino,
I was like to say with that comparison, I didn't see.
Benzino cost us. Yeah. He cost us a couple of decades of progression. He's like the. Never mind. I ain't gonna get the example.
What kind of
comparison? The Bruins or Celtics? The Bruins or Celtics? No, Celtics or Pats. If you had to choose one.
Oh, I watch the Celtics more than I watch the Patriots, probably. But my problem with the Celtics is I'm way more emotionally attached. So when the Celtics are bad, I have a hard time watching them. I can watch the Patriots no matter what. Like they won so much, it's like I'm numb. But the Celtics, like I have an emotional attachment to that team.
I feel you. I'm the same way with Ohio State, so I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel that. All right, that's
two questions, Mac, and I'll let you go. Well, two things, and I'll let you go. First question, man. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today. How racist is Boston, my guy?
Boston is not super. It's not racist like people imagine it to be. Boston's actually really segregated. So all of the black people live in one area. All of the Chinese people live in one area. And then all the Spanish cats are kind of in their own section. And then, the white Americans have a big chunk of, the rest of it, the greater Boston area. The racism that we experience is more oppressive than an overt racism that you might find in the South. Like I'm walking down the street in Houston and somebody drove by me and told me to get out the street, nigger. Like I would never hear that in Boston.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that's not the type of stuff we hear in Boston. But I will go on a job interview and I will be declined as soon as they see me. Right. But I mean, that's the type of stuff you face, almost everywhere in America. I haven't experienced more racism here than I've experienced in other places, and I've been everywhere in the world.
Wow. It's because you're Crip headband. Because you big Crip, your headband got it messed up.
That's why
you wearing red and blue.
That's got red and blue. You thugging for real. You thugging out here. Big Crip.
Listen. Elevation Conference, July 1st and 2nd. How can people get their tickets, man? Where can they go? How can they be a part? All that jazz.
Elevationboston.com is where you can register. You can get all the information. I just want to make sure people really sign up for the plug, man. Artists out there who think that they're amazing. The reason why you haven't been famous is because everybody's sleeping on you and your bars are too crazy. Come to the plug, play your music. In front of the panel, there's going to be a guy from Universal. There's a guy from Reach. There's BYOD. Aaron the GOAT is going to be on the panel. Doc Watson from RNG. We're going to listen to everybody's music. Somebody's going to get chosen on the spot to get a 5-song distribution deal with RMG. If your music is really hard, you are who you say you are. Come play your music and get a deal. My favorite thing is I get people all the time who be like, "Yo, like I want to get a shot." I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing a music contest. Come to the plug and play your record." They're like, "Oh, but that doesn't guarantee me I'm gonna get anything." I'm like, your song is whack. That's all. I literally heard nothing.
Your song is whack.
My music is not that good. That's all.
Definitely. So definitely make sure, y'all, if you're in the surrounding areas, if you just want to make a good trip, Elevation is a great conference to attend, especially a lot of insiders are going to be there, a lot of the who's in the game, different things of that nature. Again, I call my man Mac the plug's plug. So after you do domination in RVA, go ahead and catch a flight to Boston and definitely take care of Elevation there. Thank you so much, Mac, for hanging with us tonight, man, on the Tastemakers Pod. This is kind of a little thing that we do, I guess, little at this point. We've been doing it for about 9 months. We haven't even hit the year marker quite yet. So just being consistent with it, grind it out. We are fresh, Black, grown, and Christian. And unapologetically so. So that's what we try to do right here on the Tastemakers Pod. On that note, make sure you guys go and like and subscribe. Of course, tell a neighbor, tell a friend what it is we do right here on the Tastemakers Pod. Before we get out of here, Mac, where can they just follow you at?
My name, as it appears right here on IG with the ad in front of it, at Mike Mack. Follow me on IG. I'll be looking for Light Skin Corey on there, man. We got to start some trouble. Let's get it.
Bro, I'm going to follow you right now.
You can try to follow me on Facebook. I don't accept
friend
requests on Facebook. But
situation that y'all got going on right there. It's
called.
I would definitely think twice.
Synergy. It's synergy. Light skin synergy.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. We got the
funny.
vibes, bro. Yeah. We got the vibes.
It's giving cult. It's like that.
Hey, Christianity is a cult, so ain't nothing wrong with cults. first 12 disciples
On
of
that
Jesus,
note,
that was a cult.
Right.
On that note, thank you so much, Mac, for hanging out with us, man. Definitely telling us about some of the things that go on behind the scenes. I know the chat definitely enjoyed. Shouts out to the chat, everybody hanging out from Judon to J.R. Psalms, Stephen the Levite, to, of course, Perry Tankard. He said he's Perry tonight. He's not DJ P. Dogs. Kiera in the chat, all of y'all in the chat. We always appreciate y'all. Kenny hanging out as well. Again, that is Trisha Bell. Beyond that is Brina. Right there is my man, Light Skin Corey. And of course, that is Mike Mack hanging out with us tonight. They call me, quote, we are the Tastemakers Pod, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks a lot.
Shout out Stephen Levi, one of my favorite rappers of all time.
That's my husband.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
Turn up.
What up, Steve?
Tastemakers.
Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. For the movers and shakers, for the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day. For the movers and shakers,